Okay, here we have the light. Got the sensor temporarily set up for motion, wired in. Right now it's on full brightness. That's a 60 watt equivalent LED. It's a 10 watt actually. There's the information on it. 810 lumens, 4000 Kelvin color, 60 watt light. And it's a dual bright sensor. Currently, that's what it's drawing. And it should dim down. Notice when it dims down, the wattage goes way down, but the lumen output is still pretty high. It's almost hard to notice that it gets dimmer. It's a simple bulb holder inside, which I'll show you in a second. This allows the light to come on at dusk, half power. As soon as it senses motion, it goes to full power. You can select how long you want it to stay on. I've got it set to 1 minute. After 1 minute, it goes down to half power again. The light will stay on at half power 3 hours after dusk. You can set that as well, 3 hours, 6 hours, or or dusk to dawn. And I've got mine set currently to 3 hours, so they're dimmed down right there. You see the watts at half power, essentially. So after the light comes on, it does a countdown, and after 3 hours it turns off completely unless it sees motion, and then it pops on to full brightness. And of course it has a photocell, so it doesn't come on during the day. It's the Heath Zenith with dual bright. Pretty nice all-in-one unit, making life easy. So here we are, let's see if I can get it to come on where you can see both. You can see the wattage jump up. It goes to full brightness again. That's the unit. I'm going to do a pipe tap and put it right into the light. Here's the controls. This is the dual bright sensor for motion. You get your range adjustment for motion sensing, how long you want it to stay on after it senses motion, and then the feature for the half brightness after dusk. You want it to either be 3 hours, 6 hours, or dusk to dawn, or off altogether. I set mine to 3 hours. Seems to be working pretty darn good. It says that it is not recommended with LEDs. Works just fine. I guess we'll see over time if it diminishes the life of the LED. Here's the instructions on how to set it. Pretty straightforward. It's got tells you the range. You can adjust the sensitivity. There's the specifications. I'm pretty darn happy with this. These coach lights will line my driveway so that they act as marker lights at half brightness at dusk. Basically shut off after 3 hours to conserve power. And if you were to drive up the driveway, they would pop into full brightness, so to light up the drive a little bit better. But at least you can see them as marker lights at half brightness, which is still pretty darn bright. And then they go off after 3 hours. And if you decide to come in real late, after a night of snowmobiling or debauchery, they will sense motion and pop to full brightness for 1 minute and then shut off again. So I'm pretty pleased with this. Very, very low power consumption, and pretty happy with the result there. A lot of light output. I think I'm going to line the top of this on the inside with something reflective. Either spray on some adhesive and line it with some aluminum foil or something. I haven't made up my mind yet, so that it will bounce the light back, because the lights themselves are somewhat omnidirectional, but there's a lot of light going up and being lost that I think I can bounce back, and probably inexpensively. So that's what the light looks like. I bought these on Amazon. They're like $10 a piece. But over time, I could just save a ton of cash in energy consumption. That's better. Whoop. 810 lumens, 4000 Kelvin, 10 watt, which it's just under 10 watt, and the life rating 22.8 years, which is pretty ridiculous because no one really knows, but we'll see. Maybe I paid way too much for a light bulb, but I'm an energy Nazi, and if I can save energy, I'm into it. Okay, that's it. There's the project. Pretty happy with the results. Thanks a lot.
Knock for while you can, monkey boy.